everyone, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Duane, and this week we're spending time at the biggest camel farm in the world. It's a company called Camelicious, and we'll speak to the deputy GM about how the traditional concept of camel milk is being modernised into milkshakes and exported worldwide.
It is our task to educate people about the importance of consumption of camel milk and to increase the awareness about camel milk benefits.
But before all of that, every year Abu Dhabi hosts the Liwa Date Festival in a place called Al Dhafra. The event celebrates the new date harvest and the importance of the fruit in the cultural past and the agricultural future of the Emirates. Salim Saeed had the date in his diary.
A sea of sand dunes, the Ruba' al-Khali is the largest continuous desert in the world. Known as the Empty Quarter, an area larger than France, it includes part of the UAE, Saudi Arabia and Yemen. And located on the northern edge of the desert in Abu Dhabi is the Liwa Oasis, home to a hugely popular annual date festival. Here at the 14th edition of the Liwa Date Festival, farmers from all over the oasis have come to display their finest crops and also their heritage. On display are dates in 4 stages of ripeness. The first stage is called halal, and the fruit has a firm green skin and a bitter taste. And the second stage is called basar, when the dates appear lighter and yellow or red in color. And while still tasting slightly sharp, they are noticeably sweeter. The third stage is ratab, which happens to be around July and August, when the fruit is characterized by half of it being sweet and honey-like, and the other half being crunchy. And the final stage is known as tamr, when the dates are fully ripe and dried, the stage most commonly exported around the world and from major producing countries like Saudi Arabia and Iran. The UAE is the 4th largest exporter of dates worldwide, accounting for 8.5% of global exports at about $96 million in 2015, according to the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Trade Map. Business aside, the fruit also holds a sentimental place in the heart of many Emiratis.
It's so important for us here in UAE as a cultural. 100 years back, people used to live in Liwa and other city of UAE by using the palm leaves as a material for their houses. Dates, it's very important food in that time of year.
Every year, the Liwa Date Festival holds about 15 competitions, including a date beauty pageant with a top prize of $25,000. Just like other beauty pageants, the winners must meet a strict list of requirements. So what makes the perfect date for this event? For the category of the Dabbas type of date, competition champion Humaid Al-Murar says it was the time and care that he put into nurturing his crops that swayed the judges.
For ratab, it's about caring for the molasses, to create a clean cover. See these spots and see how this is smooth. Caring for the palm gives you a clean cover for the date and a good result.
And this event doesn't just focus on the fruit itself. Other date traditions from the Emirati Bedouin culture are also highlighted, including the role of women who work in agriculture, who would traditionally weave bark from the date palm trees into baskets for storing and carrying the fruits as they were harvested. Looking to attract new fans and boost their sales figures, young farmers in the region are marketing the nutritious benefits of dates. For centuries in the Middle East and North Africa, dates have been used as a remedy for anemia, to strengthen bones and teeth, and even help improve poor eyesight. The fruits are packed with minerals like iron, potassium, and calcium, and include vitamins, riboflavin, and folic acid. Members from Al-Fu'a company say that dates have the potential to compete with kale and quinoa as a superfood. To make sure their products reach as wide a demographic as possible, the UAE company is making natural energy drinks from date juice and also chocolate-covered date bites that children can eat as an alternative healthy snack. Also looking to expand his market share is Palestinian palm and date farmer Ra'id Hushiya, who traveled from his hometown of Jericho to showcase his produce.
People don't know that in Palestine we have palms and we have dates. the nicest dates in the world. For the majhool, it's called the king of the date. The taste is different. Palestinian dates are lower in fiber and more sugar.
Ra'id believes that the sweeter quality of his dates is due to the dry air and cooler climate of his homeland near the Dead Sea. And while he missed out on scooping the big prize at this year's festival, he's already planning his return trip for next year with what he hopes will be the best bumper crop to date.
Since the ship of the desert was domesticated thousands of years ago, its milk has sustained Bedouin and nomadic cultures. Today, the number of camel farms worldwide is growing, with farmers keen to educate new markets about the health benefits of this special milk.
25 years ago, on this site in the desert of Dubai, a camel milking and research centre was established. Fast forward to today, and the headquarters of Camelicious covers 15 square kilometres. 6,000 camels roam the space, and that number is forecast to rise to 10,000 by 2020.
We still bring animals from outside, but we have also our own breeding program when we create our own genetic pool, and the Emirati camels are at the upper range of their production potential.
Every day, the rising sun signals time for the animals to be fed, milked, and exercised. And they know exactly what's going on around them.
Camels are just as intelligent as horses. Any good product can only be produced from healthy and happy animals. And like human beings, animals have also their routines.
Camelicious, which has become a top local player in the market and exports to 14 countries worldwide, has a product range which includes flavoured milk, ice cream and even shampoo with camel milk extract. It also became the first dairy to produce camel milk baby formula, targeting cow milk intolerant infants. And camel milk powder also has other uses.
We have the capacity of making 4,500 litres of milk per day to powder, which makes almost 500 kg of powder. So Chinese who are making cheese out of camel milk powder. People are interested to have cheese from camel milk. We got a very good response from Russian market, so we will make cheese again.
The company has benefited from an upsurge in camel milk's popularity in recent years, with the US and India other key growth markets. Some dub what the Bedouins called white gold a super milk, suggesting that it's more easily digested by those with lactose intolerance, whilst other research points to the milk's very high levels of vitamin C, iron and calcium as having positive effects on those with autoimmune conditions. Muntasha Al-Badri of Camelicious invited Inspire to have a camelcino, take a tour of the farm and talk about the future of the business.
A very warm welcome to Inspire Middle East.
You're most welcome.
Let me start by asking you, the cow's milk market is very well established. How easy is it for you to compete?
It is a big challenge actually, but the people who start to know about camel milk benefits, they shift to camel milk. Also the camel milk properties, which is helping the diabetic people, helping the autistic child, helping the cancer patients to recover. It's making people now shifting to camel milk.
You've developed the first dairy-free camel milk baby powder. How easy is it to educate mothers to feed this to their children?
Our baby formula actually developed after research about the allergy to the milk protein. So in the children's hospital in Mexico, we send them the camel milk powder there, and they get feed the children with it who have cow's milk allergy, and they consume it easily, and they published a scientific research paper about that one.
Now, it's estimated that around half the world's population have difficulties digesting cow's milk. So what's in your product development line?
Our next product is the camel milk protein bar, which is for the sports people. Before the end of this year, it will come to the market.
The United States is one of the fastest growing markets for camel milk and camel milk products. Would you think about setting up a farm there? You already export there, after all.
We are planning to export camel milk powder to the United States. And now we are looking for manufacturers there where they reconstitute the milk powder and make other products from it, because it is not logical to send the milk, fresh milk from here. Regarding setting up a farm there, we have a system which is a franchise and licensing system. So if any investors from United States, they have camels or they have farms, they want to have our expertise, we are ready to sell the franchise and license.
You're selling premium products. Can I ask you how easy it is to make money? What are the margins like in this business?
This is a very good question, actually. It is very hard to generate, good margins at the stage, current stage, because we start from the scratch. So now we are developing this and we are increasing the product portfolio, and also we are not depending on fresh milk, because in fresh milk there is no margins. It's very costly, the production of camel milk. So we are thinking to develop products, other products like the ice creams, the cheeses, the protein bar, the baby formula, and all other products.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time.
You're most welcome.
Well, that's a wrap for this week. And don't forget, you can catch all of our episodes online at Euronews.com. Before I leave you, here's what caught the attention of the Inspire team on social media.
Sonam from the United States uploaded this shot of her sampling a camel chino, sprinkled with gold leaf in Abu Dhabi's Emirates Palace. And Naila from Indonesia, who's lived in the capital for 8 years, took this shot of her first visit to the Liwa Date Festival.